First Chronicles 7. Issachar's son Tola, Pua, Jashub, and Shimron. For Tolan's son Uzi, Rephaiah, Jeriel, Jahmai, Ilbazam, and Shemuel. And heads of their ancestral families. During David's reign, 22,600 descendants of Tola were recorded as valiant warriors in their family records. Uzi's son Azrahiah's son Mishael, Obadiah, Joel, Isaiah, all five of them were chiefs. Along with them, they had 36,000 troops for the battle according to the family records of their ancestral families. For they had many wives and children. Their tribesmen, who were valiant warriors belonging to the families of Issachar, totaled 87,000 in their genealogy. 3 of the Benjamin's son, Bela, Becher, and Jediel. Bela's son, Esbon, Uziel, Jeremoth, and Eri. 5. I don't know. They were valiant warriors and heads of their ancestral families. 22,034 were listed in their genealogies. Becher's sons Zemirah, Josh, Eliezer, Elionai, Omri, Jerimoth, Abijah, Anathoth, and Alameth, and all these were Becher's sons. Their family record were recorded according to the heads of their ancestral families. 20,200 valiant warriors. Jediel's son Belhan's son Jeush, Benjamin's Ehud, Chenana, Zethan, Tarshish, and Ahishahar. All these sons of Jediel, listed by families' heads, were valiant warriors. There were 17,200 who could serve in the army. Shuppim and Huppim were sons of Ir, and the Him were the sons of Aher. Naphtali's sons, Jahziel, Juni, Jezer, and Shalom, Bilah's son. Manasseh's son through his Aramean concubine Israel, and Machir, and father of Gilead. Machir took wives from Huppim and Shuppim. The name of his sister was Maacah. Another descendant was named Zelophehad, but he had only daughters. Machir's wife Maacah gave birth to a son, and she named him Peresh. His brother was named Sheresh, and his sons were Ulam, and Rechem. Alam's son Bedan. These were the sons of Gild, son of Machir, son of Manasseh. His sister Hamolecheth gave birth to Ishhad, Abiezer, and Mahla. Shemidah's son Ahan, Shechem, Lichim, and Aniam. Ephraim's son Shethurlah, and his son Bered, his son Tahath, his son Eladah, his son Tahath, his son Zabad, his son Shetelah, also Ezer and Elad. The men of Gath, born in the land, killed them because they went down to raid their cattle. Their father Ephraim mourned a long time, and his relatives came to comfort him. He slept with his wife, and he conceived and gave birth to a son. So he named him Beriah, because there he had been misfortune in his home. His daughter was Shira, who built Lower and Upper Beth Horon and Uzen Shera. His son Rephaim, his son Resheph, his son Telah, his son Tahan, his son Ladan, his son Amihud, his son Elishama, his son Nun, and his son Joshua. Their holding and settlements were Bethel and its surrounding villages, Naaran to the east, Gezer and its villages to the west, and Shechem and its villages as far as Ayah and its villages, and along the border of the descendants of Manasseh, Beth Shan, Tanach, Megiddo, and Dor, with their surrounding villages. The son of Jesoph, son of Israel, lived in these towns. Asher's son Imnah, Ishvi, and Birah, with their sister Sarah. Beriah's son Heber and Mashel, who father Birzaith. Heber fathered Japhlet, Shomer, and Hotham, with their sister Shua. Japhlet's sons Basach, Bimhal, and Ashvath. These were Gathel's sons. Gaphel's sons. Shemer's sons Ahi, Rohgah, Hobah, and Aram. His brother Helem's son Jophah, Imnah, Shelesh, and Amal. Jophal's son Suah, Harnefer, Shual, Beri, Imrah, Bezer, Had, Shammah, Shilshah, Ithran, and Bira. Gether's son Jephunneh, Pispa, and Ara. Ulah's son Ara, Haniel, and Rizah. All these were Asher's descendants. They were the heads of their ancestral families, chosen men, valiant warriors, and chiefs among the leaders. The numbers of men listed and their genealogies for military services was 26,000.
1 Chronicles 8. Benjamin fathered Bela, his firstborn. Ashbel was born second. Ahara third. Noah fourth, and Rapha fifth. Bela's son Adar, Gera, Abihud, Abusha, Naaman, Ahoan, Gera, Shephrapha, and Huram. These were Adon's sons, who were in the heads of the families living in Geba, and who were deported to Manahath. Manan, Ahijah, and Gera deported them, and was the father of Uzzah and Ayod. Shariam had sons in the territory of Moab after he had divorced his wives Husham and Bara, his sons by his wife Hodish, Jobab, Zibiah, Mesha, Malcolm, Jews, Sakia, and Merimoth. These were the sons, family heads. He also had sons by Hushim, Abitub, and Elpal. Elpal's sons Eber, Misham, and Shemed, who built Ono and Lod, and its surrounding villages. Beriah and Shema who were the family's heads of Ajalon's descendants, and who drove out the resident of Gath, Ahio, Shashik, and Jerimoth. Zebeth, Arad, Eder, Mitchell, Ashpha, and Joah were Beriah's son. Zebiah, Meshullam, Hezekiah, Heber, Ishmael, Ezli, and Jobab were Alpa's sons. Jachim, Zichri, Zabdi, Alani, Zileth, Elzi, Adia, Beriath, and Sheremiath were Shimeah's sons. Ashban, Eber, Elier, Abdon, Zichar, Hananiah, Alam, Anthoniah, Iphidiah, and Penuel were Shekah's sons. Shammai, Shechariah, Athaliah, Jerishia, Elijah, and Zechri were Jerim's sons. These were family heads, chefs according to their family record. They lived in Jerusalem. Jeiel fathered Gibeon and lived in Gibeon. His wife's name was Maacah. Abnon was his firstborn son, then Zor, Kish, Baal, Nadab, Gibor, Ahio, Zecher, and Meloth, who fathered Shemiah. These also lived opposite their relative in Jerusalem with their other relatives. Ner fathered Kish. Kish fathered Saul, and Saul fathered Jonathan. Melchishua, Abinadab, and Eshbal. Jonathan's son was Merib-Baal, and Merib-Baal fathered Micah. Micah's son Pithon, Melech, Teriah, and Ahaz fathered Jehoda. Jehoda fathered Azmaveth, and Zermi, and Zermi fathered Moza. Moza fathered Benai. His son was Riphiah, his son Elisha, and his son Aziel. Aziel had 6 sons, and these were their names: Azrim, Rikam, Batru, Ishmael, Syria, Obadiah, and Hannah. All these were Azel's sons, his brother Ashek's sons. Ulam was his firstborn, Jeush second, and Eliphet third. Ulam's sons were valiant warriors and archers. They had many sons and grandsons, 150 of them. All these were among Benjamin's sons.
1 Chronicles 9. All Israel was registered in the genealogies that are written in this book of the kings of Israel. But Judah was exiled to Babylon because of their unfaithfulness. The first to live in their towns on their own properties again were Israelites, priests, Levites, and temple servants. Those people from the descendants of Judah, Benjamin, Ephraim, and Manasseh settled in Jerusalem. Uttai, son of Amihud, son of Onri, son of Inri, son of Bani, a descendant of Perez, son of Judah, from the Shilonites. Azariah, the firstborn, and his sons, and from the descendants of Zerah, Jeuel and their relatives, 690 in all. The Benjaminites, Salu, son of Meshulah, son of Odaviah, son of Azenuah, Ibneah, son of Jeroham, Elam, son of Uzi, son of Mihi, Mesulam, son of Shepatian, son of Reuel, son of Ibnijah, and their relatives according to their family records, 956 in all. All these men were heads of their ancestors' family. The priests, Jedaiah, Jehoiarib, Jaquim, Azariah, son of Hilkiah, son of Meshulam, son of Zadok, son of Meraiot, son of Ahitub, the chief officials of God's temple, Adaiah, son of Jeroah, son of Pazuno, son of Malquijah, Mazai, son of Biel, son of Jazerah, son of Meshulam, son of Meshileminith, son of Imeh, and their relatives, the heads of their ancestors' family, 1,760 in all. They were capable men employed in the ministry of God's temple. The Levites, Shemaiah, son of Azub, son of Azkihan, son of Hashabiah, of the Meratites, Bakbakar, Erech, Galal, and Mataniah, son of Micah, son of Zinri, son of Asaph, Obadiah, son of Shemaiah, son of Galal, son of Jedutum, of Berechiah, son of Asa, son of Elkanah, who lived in the settlements of the Netophachites. The gatekeepers, Salum, Akub, Talmud, Ahinan, and their relatives. Salum was their chief. He was previously stationed at the king's gate on the east side. These were the gatekeepers from the camp of the Levites: Salum, son of Korah, son of Ebiasaph, son of Korah, and his relatives from his ancestral family, and Korahites were assigned to guard the threshold of the tent. Their ancestors had been assigned to the Lord's camp as guardians of the entrance. In earlier times, Phinehas, son of Eleazar, had been their leaders, and the Lord was with him. Zechariah, son of Meshelemiah, was the gatekeeper at the entrance of the tent of meeting. The total number of those chosen to be gatekeepers at the thresholds was 212. They were registered by genealogy in their settlements. David and the she Samuel had appointed them to their trusted positions. So they and their sons were assigned to guard the gates of the Lord's temple, which had been the 10th temple. The gatekeepers were on the four sides: east, west, north, and south. Their relatives came from their settlements and fixed times to be with them 7 days. But the four chief gatekeepers, who were Levites, were entrusted with the rooms and the treasuries of God's temple. They spent the night in the vicinity of God's temple because they had guard duty and were in charge of opening it every morning. Some of them were in charge of the utensils used in worship. They would count them when they brought them in and when they took them out. Others were put in charge of the furnishing and all the utensils of the sanctuary, as well as the fine flour, wine, oil, incense, and spices. Some of the priest's sons mixed the spices. A Levite called Matithiah, the firstborn of Salum, the Korahite, was entrusted with baking the bread. Some of the Kohathites' relatives were responsible for preparing the rolls of the bread of the presence every Sabbath. The singers, the heads of the Levites' family, stayed in the temple chambers and were exempt from all other tasks because they were on duty day and night. These were the heads of the Levite families, chiefs according to their family records. They lived in Jerusalem. Zeiel fathered Gibeon and lived in Gibeon. His wife name was Maacah. Abidon was his firstborn son. Then Zur, Kish, Baal, Ner, Nadad, Gedor, Ahil, Zerachiah, and Miklot. Miklot fathered Shimeon. These also lived opposite their relatives in Jerusalem with their other relatives. Ner fathered Kish, Kish fathered Saul, and Saul fathered Jonathan, Malchishua, Abinadab, and Eshbal. Jonathan's son was Merib-Baal, and Merib-Baal fathered Micah. Micah's sons Pilon, Melech, Tarea, and Ahaz. Ahaz fathered Jarah, Jarah fathered Alemeth, Asmaveth, and Zinhi. Zinhi fathered Moza, Moza fathered Binel. His son was Hephrai, his son Elisha, and his son Azel. Azel had 6 sons, and there were their names: Azrikam, Boqueru, Ishmael, Zeariah, Obadiah, and Hanan. These were Azel's sons.